Hello everyone, welcome back to my Terrific Tuesday, and it's my great pleasure to talk to you again. 2 weeks back I shared some techniques for brewing ideas. Today I plan to discuss about some tactical stuff related to product development and how to create a prototype from an idea. Prototypes are ideal ways to crystallize a concept into something tangible before committing to a costly development engagement. It also gives an opportunity to capture user feedback and evaluate the feasibility of the concept by itself. Nowadays, we champion fail fast method everywhere, and the rhetoric has become often too repetitive, and in fact, sometimes paralyzing. When I speak with startup founders or entrepreneurial managers in corporations, it becomes clear that the idea of fail fast or a prototype usually takes several months and end up costing tens of thousands of dollars. And even then, a fully functional product may not serve the purpose. So jaws drop when I share that a truly functional prototype may take less than a few days to produce. So you may start with the jobs to be done prioritization tool to evaluate the efficacy of a product idea. Jobs to be done tool was penned by Clayton Christensen and a few others in 2007. This method distills the primary jobs that the intended customers want to achieve, along with the related jobs that they want to accomplish. I have posted a link down here, more about the JTBD below. Meanwhile, if you check the left graphic on the screen, you will find how satisfaction versus importance mapping can identify the right product attributes. In order to capture this information, we need to build a product prototype quick and present to target audience to validate the concept. First, we need to document the actual idea. Please remember, we are gearing up to fail fast and use that learning to articulate the product or service we intend to develop. A couple of techniques to deliver a product in front of potential customers is by using paper and cardboard prototyping. But before I jump to that, here are a few steps to start with. So first comes storyboarding, then comes paper prototyping using drawings, and finally creating digital mock-ups with user interactivity. End users can take that prototype and play that on their phone or tablet. We'll use this format to develop a mobile or web prototype, but the same concept can also be used to create non-digital product and service prototypes as well. So let's discuss the physical experience using paper prototyping, followed by a digital enablement. For paper prototyping, all you need is a few A4 size sheets, markers of different colors, and a pair of scissors to start with. In the storyboarding phase, we need to first lay out the setting, like where is this thing happening, who are involved, or when it occurs. This is followed by a sequence of steps that will happen to take action on the prototype. And finally comes user satisfaction, such as what purpose it serves, what needs it fulfills, and what motivates people to use this product. So once the storyboard is ready, we start creating interfaces on paper with our markers. As you may see on the screen, we put functional aspects of the user experience using a phone cutout. Then build few layouts of the screens with images, buttons, sliders, etc., which are called wireframes. Once you have evaluated the user needs versus user satisfaction by interviewing the potential customers with the paper prototypes, you are basically following a design thinking framework to generate a more acceptable user experience that is validated by collective intelligence and empathy. And you have to remember that empathy is a very critical element of this whole development process to start with. Next, you may get a designer to create user interfaces using Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop, that may look like this as you see on the screen. Here you are now moving towards a more digital enablement. With these designs, we can throw them into a tool like InVision and build interactivity into the digital design. Once that is baked in, your prospects can start playing with interactions as if it's a real app on the phone. So now you have a real prototype without going through the large investments, but allowing it to generate enough feedback that you could lay the groundwork for developing the actual product. Because something now is more tangible, more usable, but you're also collecting the feedback and the reaction from people who are more frequently be using this app. While paper prototypes with digital rendering are great for softwares, but you may use cardboard prototyping for gadgets or devices. Cardboard prototypes are great for testing the feasibility of ideas. You can take sheets of cardboards that can be cut out and crafted to build shapes, and other household items can be used to develop a 3D model of a device. Building such objects to the same size of the actual product will help users to provide feedback from like a real-life experience of using it. These cardboard interfaces also give the opportunity to evaluate the functional and emotional responses from the users while playing with these prototypes in their own hands. And because it's real, they can feel that how it operates in their hand, so you can get a more trusted feedback from while they're using it. Now I will highlight on a few other interesting ideas where you may not need a physical prototype at all. Let's say you have a product idea that requires its users to sign up and become an annual or a monthly member of the service. This requires some degree of guerrilla selling. You may be selling a fitness program and need to interview a bunch of people, right? So you may just stand outside a gym with few others wearing a t-shirt with a branded logo of the hypothetical product or service. And at the end of the interview, once you have collected all the data and the prospect is ready to come on board, just share that, hey, the product is coming live in a month or so. And you just hand them over a thank you note with a link to register to your website. The benefits of that? Well, you got invaluable customer feedback, knowledge of the stickiness of your idea, and a significant proportion of those prospects may even end up signing up for your future product launch. So how good could that be, right? Another easy way to create a prototype and test it out is by creating Google or Facebook ads and building a landing page for users coming in from these ads. On Facebook, it would cost you just around $50 a week to run a campaign with a call to action or a free giveaway. And this incentivizes the audience to click on the link in the ad and come to your landing page. Again, this process is really cheap. Just create a landing page on Wix.com with some early bird registration incentives. You may even run an A/B testing campaign with two different kinds of ads that land on the audience in two different landing pages. And based on the visits, the bounces, the signups, or the feedback, you'll be able to test your prototype without even creating a single line of code. This translation from concept to prototype gives a rapid access to insights to validate the idea in real time and real world. Once this information and feedback are captured, then you can feed them into the JTBD model I was talking earlier and kind of derive the actual features of the product that you might summarize into the actual development itself. So to bring everything together, what we discussed today, in order to transpire your idea into a prototype, run the JTBD analysis to identify the primary and secondary needs of your target customer, evaluate the functional and emotional aspects, and then create a storyboard of the user experience. If it's a digital or a mobile product, create the wireframes followed by the screen design to test its feasibility with your target customers. If it's a device or a gadget, develop the cardboard replica of the intended product and create a close to real interface for users to play with. And for non-digital products, build a sales story to be shared with intended prospects. And after the story is delivered, provide them a hook to come back to a website with more information on the product and early sign-ups. So thanks again for your time today, and I hope this added some food for thought. Please feel free to post in the comment section below with questions and feedback, and also whatever you are doing to prototype your concept, your idea. I look forward to continuing this discussion and learning from your insights, and we'll come back again next week with some more interesting thoughts and ideas to play with. Talk to you then, and have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye now.